This is Hardy Brute, and today we're playing Vault of Power. It's an auto-battler strategy game with skill combination, traits, relics. So let's check it out. There are 30 total rounds. We immediately found 3 skills with fire, so I think we might be a fire build. As you level up, you can equip one more skill. There are traits there on the side, but they don't actually tell you what they are until they're activated. So our current skill shoots in a 3x3 straight line, and it does 70 damage. So none of these skills, we did level up, so now we have 2 fire skills. So we activated the trait, and every 3.5 seconds, we are 15% fire proficient. So it's kind of like a buff, and I would assume that's just fire damage. Our second skill is Flame Blade, and it does 75 damage around us. Ooh, we got more flamethrowers. So you can combine 3 of the same skill. So now it does 175 flame damage up from 70. So a lot of times it's like 2.5 times stronger. So its skill levels up is huge. We found the Flame Serpent. It does 40 by 40. And it shoots it out in like a square. I find the skill cooldown, the attack range, all that stuff is interesting, but I don't really know how much of a choice or difference it's going to make for us to actually know about those things. So choose a relic, plus 1 fire, that's perfect for us. So we're now into level 2 with a 30% proficiency. So double damage when we have the buff from what we used to have. There's also a interest mechanic, so every 10 gold you get 1 gold back each round. So you really want to hoard your gold up to 50. The game seems to be influenced from TFT, League of Legends, even though they kind of have nothing to do with one another. So we're level 4 now. We found another flamethrower and another flame blade. We can combine those up. We're pretty close to tier 3 flamethrower. And both of those skills are common, so they're much more likely to show up at early levels and less likely to show up at later levels. Kind of exactly how TFT works. With the 1 cost, 2 cost, up to 5 cost units. Just gonna keep trying to hoard gold. We really need a 4th skill. And the flamethrower is perfect. It's also a fire skill, so it gets our buff too. One more round, we should be about at 50 gold. Oh man, we almost died right there. Ooh, and we got more flamethrowers. I think that's just enough to level it up. Combine, combine. So it goes from 175 up to 438. That is huge. The enemy currently has 2.2k, and we're fighting 1 werewolf. And seeing as we almost died, I'm going to buy these birds. The skill, that's all the skill does, is it summons 2 birds. They each have 100 health. And at least they'll tank a few hits. I feel like we do quite a bit of damage, but we just don't have any survivability. And you only get 1 life, so the game's over if you lose. Shadow Flame. It's a fire and mage skill. Does another 40 by 40. So we're at fire 5, mage 3. This isn't nearly as bad as the werewolf. So choose another relic. None of these are very helpful. The Thunder Amulet is just 100 damage around you every 10 seconds. It's not too exciting. Druid, Light, or Shadow. At least when you get the relics, you get free gold. So we got 4 gold for that. We actually did activate Shadow. So our Shadow skills do 20% more damage. And the buff actually shows up on the skill. Now it's 48 instead of 40. That's pretty cool. And because we're into mage and fire, we cast a meteor every 10 seconds that does 600 damage. That's just free damage. And our flame skills are pretty good against single target. And we have a bit of area damage. Go my doves. Oh, they got destroyed instantly. We got hit pretty hard there at the end. So we leveled up there, got a new slot. Might as well keep buying the bird. These are also really bad. Ooh, I got 4 birds now. Nice, got a nice little wall going. I think I have to stay in mage if I want to keep the fire meteor. So I'll probably at least keep mage 3. We hit almost 1,000 there at the end. With the meteor. A fire shot It's a projectile and it does 160 damage. And we're into Fire 6 now. Embers, so our class changed. I'm not sure when that happened. Our meteor didn't change. Fire gives us 45% now. Our class is basically our auto attack, and it just turned to fire damage, which only helps us because we get that fire buff. And so far the talents just for fire have been more fire damage, which isn't a bad thing. This is a lot of rats. I wonder how we're going to do against area effect. We do have the flamethrower, which hits quite a bit in a line. Well, we got kind of close to death there. So this is what I was talking about with the percentage change in the skills. So commons are 25, 40, 30, and then 5 for the purples. And now it's 19, 30, 35, 15, and 1% for the legendaries, I assume. So we should get a lot more purples, and we have a chance to see yellows, whatever those are. Get another bird. We can level it up finally. Inferno and Fireball, 150 damage projectile that hits around it. We're not using either of those skills. Oh, the Inferno just does 150 damage. So we're into Fire 8. So all of our skills get buffed, but we don't really benefit from having an 8th skill right now. I might somehow throw this bird back in. But let's just see how the fight goes for now. Because as long as we have distance, we can kill them before they get to us. And if we level up one more time, we actually get another free slot, so I can throw the birds in then. Even more rats. Let's go. We only have our one level 3 skill, but we've been mainly spending our gold and time leveling up. I like the flame darts we did there. That was a pretty cool skill. Sigil Stone. We lose 15 gold, but we get 2 random relics. And each of those relics actually gives us 4 gold, so it's actually, we get a discount. Ranger and Restoration. I don't think either of those help us, although we did get Ranger. 15% crit chance and 50% crit damage. That's actually pretty huge. That's just extra damage. I think the last fire skill we just picked up was a Ranger skill. The dart. This guy took 3k right there at the end. Ooh, Shadow Flame's gonna level up. 48 to 120. That's pretty strong. That's almost 3 times. Ooh, this guy summons units. I'm not a fan of that. My meteor might kill him though. And he's dead. Inferno. I would like to get to level 8 and then just roll a bunch. Because I want to get the legendary fire skill, if there is one. Let's see what that is. And hopefully we can live that long. And none of these skills, but we can get really close to leveling up next turn. And I think you get 2 XP each round for free. So we just gotta spend the 4 gold. Got another Shadow Flame. So we're at 15 and 1, and now it's 25 for purples and a 4% for legendaries. So now we get bluebirds. 2 white, 2 blue. The bluebirds have 150 health. They're a bit stronger. They probably do more damage too, but I don't really care about their damage too much. So we're at 56 gold. We can roll once and still buy a skill. And that's kind of it, because there's no lock mechanism. Our birds still got destroyed. So none of these. We'll just start rolling. Flame, Fireball. Our Salamander's gonna level up. 40 to only 100. That's not as good as some of the skills. Also, level 3 is the max. You can buy it and try to upgrade it, but you're just wasting money. You get nothing for it. Ooh, the level 5 flame skill. It hits all the way around you, and it does 500 fire damage. Let's get rid of one of these level 1 skills for now. Get rid of the Flame Blast and just start rolling. Ooh, we got another Inferno. It's actually enough to level it to 2, yeah. And get rid of the Flame Blade. It only does 75 damage anyways. So our damage should have gone up. Ooh, there's a lot of little skeletons there. The archers too. Those are a pretty bad fight for us. All units gain 80 health. That's not terrible. I think the only thing we'd be looking for is the mage, maybe? If we rerolled. Frost, lightning, poison. We're not actually into any of those. I guess I'll just take the lightning. In case we go for that lightning amulet later. Our blade leveled up. Still only does 188 damage. I don't know if it's worth putting it back in though. Ooh, our second flame fist. And another bird. So we can try to level that up. Do some rolls. Didn't really get anything, so just move on. 3.3k hit there. That looked like maybe it was a crit too. Fire shot. 160, it levels up to 400. And the fireball does 150. And now it does 375. That hits a big area though. So that skill is really worth it. Whoa, we almost died there too. We're getting so close to death. There's only 2 more rounds to go. And I'd really like to level up my Flame Fist. Inferno. That's good, but we're going to need like 6 more of those. None of these. We're out of gold for rerolls. There's so many rats. These guys have 4.2k health. My birds have nothing. I really wish I had gone lightning. Lightning seems really fun. I can buy a flame serpent. But I'm going to need a lot of those to actually level them up. Same with this flame dart. Oh, those guys got 1 shot. So this is the final round for this tower. So I'm going to spend all my gold and hopefully we get the legendary Flame Fist. That's what I would like. See what the level 2 of that is. I don't think I'm ever going to go back into Flame Blade. I'd also like to level up my birds. And I'll keep buying Fireball. But I think I'm going to hold off on buying too many of the other ones. I really want that Flame Fist. Ooh, there it is. So it goes from 500 damage. 1250, nice. And our meteor that does 600 damage, sometimes it hits for like 3.5k. Ooh, we're kind of close on the fire shot too. We need 1 more of those. And we're out of gold, nice. Ooh, it's the summoner build for the last one. And my meteor did not crit that time. Wow, we almost died to the bats. Well, we won. Let's continue on to infinite and see how long we can last. Quite a few skeletons. And necromancers. And our birds just get yeeted. Ooh, the archers, man. We barely beat that one. There are so many rats. They're almost going on my half of the screen. Ooh, there's a Holy Cleric spell. It says it only does 100 damage though. We got an Inferno, but we can't even buy it. We need 1 more Flame Dart though. Oh man, not the rats. Is this where we're gonna die? Wow, we barely lived. Sell refresh cost to 1 gold. Get the old gemstone, the mage mastery. So we got mage 5. Our meteor now does almost double damage. 1100. Nice. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough though. We found our final fire shot too. So it goes up from 400 damage to 1,000 damage, that's pretty cool. Those two skills together could keep us alive. And we do better against less units that are stronger. We don't really do very good against the rats, I don't think. Ooh, these guys summon doves too. And they do wind? Oh my god. Oh, we made it to round 34. We did 400,000 damage. With the unlocks, you add different relics to the game, and you can refund them at any time, but they're pretty expensive though. The only relic I had activated was the Sigil Stone, so I thought it was pretty strong. We can add, I think, skills, the Unholy Relic. I'm not sure what that even does. I do wish there was a bit more content in the game though. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Later.